concert. I don't want to talk about, I want to talk about masculine energy. Let's talk about masculine energy. I want to talk about masculine energy. Since there's all these masculines in here, let's talk about that. Shall we? Yeah. Yeah. Where should I start? I'm going to start with myself. So, we all know that every being in existence have both masculine and feminine energies, right? It takes two to create one, right? Type shit. Okay, we are. So in every one of us, you have this masculine energy, which is the energy of doing, create, the energy that gets the tools, the energy that makes the tools. Your vessel is masculine energy because it allows you to push through in this existence. So what I have learned about masculine energy is that it doesn't get the respect that it deserves. Yeah, I said it. I learned that masculine energy doesn't get the respect that it deserves because we don't know what it is. We're not taught its importance. And I learned its importance firsthand based on what I've been dealing with. The masculine energy is the energy of protection. Masculine energy is the energy of providing. It protects, it provides. Protection can be knowledge. Protection can be physical protection. Protection can be a kind word. Masculine energy is a lot more than we give it credit to being. But what I have learned is that masculine energy allows. That's a good word. Masculine energy allows. Without masculine energy, feminine energy will not be able to hit its optimal existence. How do I know this? Because as I grew the masculine energy in myself, as I grew my strength, courage, ability, knowledge, grit, education, as I built those things in myself and felt stronger and became stronger and presented myself as a stronger energy, my feminine energy flourished. The power that was bestowed upon me is something I can't even discuss with you all. Something that I don't want to, that's what, when I started to trust my masculine energy, my feminine energy felt free to do what it needed to do. And I feel like we don't understand what a partnership we are to one another. The feminine energy and the masculine energy in two different vessels, and then also the feminine energy and the masculine energy within inside yourself. You don't understand that when one was created, the other one was simultaneously created. There's not one without the other. They're the same thing. It's just like the yin yang. They go together. You can't separate them. If you would neglect one, you neglect the other. If you neglect one, you neglect the other. And me already being born as a feminine, I didn't know anything about feminines. I didn't know anything about people all having both energies inside of them. This knowledge was brought onto me as I sought knowledge, as I sought spirituality, as I sought God's face. That's when I realized that, oh, we all have this energy inside of us, which each energy has its own agenda. The masculine energy inside of you wants to protect you. It wants to provide for you. The masculine energy goes through a hell of a lot of shit. And I feel like this is why men feel how they feel in society. And I understand that now because what I was requesting of my own masculine energy inside of myself. Okay, I need you to get up. Okay, I need you to pay the bills. Okay, I need you to clean. Okay, I need you to watch the kids. Okay, I need you to maneuver through corporate life. Okay, I need you to cut the grass. Okay, I need you to... Who else is going to do it but that masculine energy, right? Okay, I need you to fight. Okay, I need you to go become a mastermind. And as I was requesting all these things from masculine energy, a lot of things start building up in me as well. A lot of resistance too. Resentment. Okay. I had to confront a lot of feelings that would arise when I called on my masculine energy. Hey, yeah, I know, hey, you work this corporate job, you know, because you're providing. I need you to go get a raise. I need you to go find a better job than that. This is what I told my masculine energy. I need you to go out in the world and present yourself as this energy so we can make more money. How scary is that? Okay, and this is me asking this of myself, of my internal masculine energy. All right, so I have to now present myself in front of these this organization, this corporation. So that means that now my masculine energy has to battle any thoughts of doubt, any thoughts of not being enough, any thoughts of aggression, right? Like, am I going to slap the shit out of somebody if they say something wrong to me? Type thing, you know? So the masculine energy, I had called on it and I asked a lot of it. And I don't think we realize how much we ask of our masculines. Especially if you're not ready to face oneself. But as I move, and I'm a single female, so I don't have the luxury of relying on a masculine energy, of leaning on a masculine energy. And throughout my whole life, I have not had the luxury of relying on a masculine energy. Because of how my upbringing, I created this narrative of what I thought people would be like, and I searched for that. I searched for that type of person, and that type of person was always detrimental to me. So I had a story from childhood, and I carried that story on into my adult life, and always sought people who I could not rely on. And that's the masculine energy that I had always connected myself to, just so I can make that story true. However, because of that, I always had to be that energy in my own life. So I've always been looking in. And we don't have to understand that masculine energy is also the energy of heaviness. Masculine energy is the energy of earth, your vessel. Once you came into this existence, you were put into earthly energy. Masculine energy was laid into earthly energy. Masculine energy is told, hey, here's infinite possibilities. I want you to protect you, and I want you to protect your kids and your wife. That's all on your back. That's heavy as fuck. And if you're not ready to face your own darknesses, whatever arises while you're facing these challenges, you know, as this warrior, then it can really be crushing. But if you do face those energies as that masculine energy, if you do face those energies and you're blessed with the feminine, let's even before that, if you do face those energies, you're blessing the feminine energy within inside of yourself. The feminine energy within inside of yourself is connection. It's that energy of birthing, the energy of creation, the energy of intuition, the energy of psychic abilities, the energy of pattern recognition. It's knowing without knowing how you know type shit. That's in all of us. That's in men. If you allow your masculine energy to do what it needs to do, and if you cater to it, like love on it, it will open up that feminine connection inside of you. And you're not even ready to understand. Because I wasn't ready. Because as I nurtured my masculine energy, the feminine energy felt safe. The feminine energy, the connection to the ethers felt safe. And I started to see things that I had never knew possible. And that's only within inside self. So imagine if you are allowing yourself to move in the energy that you were born in, and then you are blessed with a mate, the more you allow, the more you move in that energy of, I can do this. I can provide. I can do this. I can protect. I can do this. And if I can't, let me sit down and ask myself why. Am I being too hard on myself? Am I adding myself grace? As you do that for yourself and you're blessed with a partner of the opposite energy, watch that motherfucker flourish. She's going to change the world. She's going to change the world. She's going to elevate your life to places that you never knew you could be elevated. And same for the feminine. If once you find that masculine energy who's like, hell yeah, I'll do this. I'm a warrior. He's going to change your life. He's going to build you a castle with a moat and alligators in it. But you have to be mature. And when I say mature, it means you have to find accountability. You have to say, okay, accountability. This is my life. What's happening with it? What's going on with it? Who do I need to get rid of? What do I need to get rid of? The reason why I'm talking about masculine energy so much is because that is what the universe has brought to my attention. Like, it's my lesson right now about how we're not partners with Earth. Earth is, it's all dual. I can't talk. You have to know how energy works and how it's cyclical and how everything is everything is one, but also individual. I know, it's crazy because when I'm talking like I'm speaking, if that makes any sense. So when I speak of Earth, I mean matter is a better word. Earth is matter. Matter is masculine energy. Does that make sense? Because it's already, it's a form. It has a duty, it has a place, it has a job. It's solid. It is what we use, this physical vessel, this matter that's come to Earth, this matter. It is what we use to push ourselves through existence, masculine energy. And we neglect it. We neglect it. We ask a lot of it and then we don't nurture. We ask a lot of it and then we don't appreciate. And not just feminines, masculines, you do it to yourselves a lot. Not, society and stuff. We always talk about what men can't do, what looks weird for men to do. That's all bullshit. You got to get rid of that. That's one of those darknesses that masculine energy has to face. I remember I was talking to some guy and he said that he talks about, like, it was some work party and they all were eating hot dogs. Okay. So I'm talking to a man and he's telling me a story about him. He's at work and all the guys are eating hot dogs. And now they're talking shit, like whoever is eating the hot dog like a regular person, they're they're making fun of him. Ha ha ha, look at you eating that hot dog. I said, what? Excuse me? I said, well, what's wrong? That's how you eat a hot dog. What's wrong with that? Well, you know. I was like, are you trying to imply that the man is homosexual because he's eating a damn hot dog the way you're supposed to eat a hot dog? Is that what you're saying? And that's just an example of how we treat masculine energy. The man can't eat a hot dog. Bro can't enjoy a lollipop without you going for his masculinity. And you grow up like that. So even though you don't like when people pick on you like that, because you grew up like that, now you're picking on people like that. You're devaluing, demasculating the masculine energy for no reason. And now that is a trauma and a trigger that men don't even understand or wait to even see what their traumas and triggers are. But now that's a trauma. You know how I know it's a trauma? Because now when you're ready to enjoy a good hot dog, your ass go in the house and sit in your room in the closet in the darkness to eat your damn hot dog and enjoy it in peace. And that's what I'm talking about. So now it's become a trauma. Now you have to address it. And if you don't address what you feel about that situation, the masculine energy is going to feel less than. And we don't have time for that. We do not have time for that because it's an injustice. It's an injustice. It's not right. It's not what you deserve. You have to learn to cater to yourself, love on yourself in all these situations as the masculine, because you do have a heavy load. It's heavy. I see how heavy it is. And I thank God, the universe, for the situation that I'm currently in, because now I see how heavy it is and what masculine energy has to hold. And how if you don't address your aches and pains in your physical, in your mental, how it can be crushing. Yeah, you gotta address it. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. You need to know that every human being has both masculine and feminine. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's what facts is. You needed both Y and X chromosomes to be created. Do not deny the feminine energy inside of you. Do not let anyone try to make you deny the feminine energy inside of you, because the feminine energy inside of you is an energy that's healing that masculine energy as it goes through its trials and tribulations. The feminine energy inside you is your spirituality, which connects you to the God, which connects you to the ethers, which also fortifies you to move through this life in your masculine energy. It's about balance. Don't let these people play with you. Don't let these people tell you you can't cry. Don't let these people tell you that you can't sit, that you can't take a moment, that you can't giggle, that you can't laugh, that you can't fucking skip. Don't let these people tell you that. The masculine energy has almost been what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like declined, rejected, revoked. Your joy has been taken. It's like, oh yeah, joy is for only women. Happiness is only for women. It's not. It's for you too. And you don't understand your importance because you're different. You're different in a way. But when it comes down to the essence of creation, without one, there's not the other. Without one, there's not the other. It wouldn't work properly. They have to be. It's what creates magic. It's what created magic. It's what created us in the first place. It's the gases that came together that bumped the rocks together that created the universe type of energy. They go together. They both have to be respected. Thank you for the likes. I wanna listen to. Yeah, like. And you have to rest too. You gotta rest. You have to sit still. You gotta rest. And only you can know if you're not connecting with the feminine masculines. If you're not connecting with the feminine energy inside of you, you'll never know when to rest. You'll always be pushing yourself to the brink of death because there's always something that needs to be done and there's always someone who needs to be taken care of. But what about you? But what about you? And that's why you have to connect with self. And you have to trust self, and you have to know that self is both energies. Light and dark, feminine and masculine. Nothing is good or bad. That is a man-made concept. Everything is just is. The only thing that is true is detrimental and beneficial. That's it. Stop putting labels on yourself because those labels are keeping us in the darkness. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm trying to get y'all somewhere. I'm trying to walk you to something because there's a place that I am right now that I need other people to be with me so I can go, did you see that shit? You know how you watch a movie and you're by yourself and it's like something amazing happened, you just look around for someone to tell? I need to be able to tell y'all what's going on. I can't tell you right now. I can't tell you until you're willing to accept all parts of yourself. Because I learned something. I see something, is what I'm saying. God is real. God is real, y'all. The energy that animates you, the universal creator. There's something beyond our understanding. There's something beyond our eyesight. We all have access to it when you become balanced. Become balanced, you have to accept yourself. And the parts of you that you deem are unacceptable, you gotta nurture. And if the masculine energy is denying the feminine side of him, how the fuck are you gonna nurture it? King. They both are, each energy has its own objective, its own job. And the same for feminines. The same for feminines. Yeah, we're placed on this earth as this energy of creation. But you still have to maneuver through life. Okay? Okay, you're born, you're under your father's house, and then you go to your husband's house. But still, you have to be the one existing in the everyday life. That's your masculine energy when you go to the store. That's your masculine energy when you write the list. It's your masculine energy when you get up to get dressed and get the kids dressed. Like that's you doing. That's your masculine energy. You can't deny that. You can't say, "Oh, I'm a feminine and someone's supposed to do all that for me." Oh, what? Because if you're not building up the strength inside of you, then the feminine will not see the powers that have been bestowed upon her. Y'all don't understand. I'm talking about physics here. I'm talking about quantum mechanics. I'm talking about quantum leaping. And I'm trying to talk to you about it in the most basic of forms. I'm talking about timelines. You know what's more scary than shame? Not reaching your highest potential. It's like you just have to build yourself up to where you're no longer seeking this outside validation. You can find it within inside of yourself. And if it's not something that you can immediately locate inside self, you're willing to seek the knowledge and be open-minded and be patient enough with yourself to locate it, type thing. Does it hurt? Yeah, sometimes like hell. Yeah, especially if you're around the wrong people. Yeah, it hurts like hell. Because other people don't want to see you grow. Other people don't want to see you come out of the norms of society. They want you to stay right where you are, especially the powers that be. I'm telling you something that governments and organizations already know. I can even go further than that. The more you allow, this is how important masculine energy is. This is how important masculine energy is. If you do not address your masculine energy and its every bit of its aches and pains, every bit of its triggers and traumas, if you don't say, "Hey, Buki, what's going on? Why do you feel this way about providing?" Then that energy will just layer on top of itself. This is how strong masculine energy is. It will just layer. Pain on top of pain, on top of pain, on top of pain, until you become unrecognizable. Until you almost cannot feel. But it's almost like your feminine energy is still seeking connection, but your masculine energy will not allow. It's full of pain, so it's blocking it. When I tell you, that's when you become an NPC. That's how powerful masculine energy is. If you do not address the earthly energy, the solid matter energy that we are in, if you do not address all of the guilt, shame, judgment, feeling of enough, a connection, validation. If you do not address all those things, they build on top of each other. You become a numb entity. And that's how they destiny swap with you. And that's how you see celebrities. You be like, dang, he don't look like he used to look. Who's that? It's somebody else, because they can. Now your vessel is void. That might be too much for y'all. Maybe another day. Maybe another day. Maybe another day. That's how important masculine energy is. That's how important it is to heal the masculine. If the masculine isn't healed, there's no protection. There's no protection for the body. And then the body can be infiltrated through this energy that they know exists that you don't. They can control you. It doesn't take much to control someone. You can tell me a story about your life right now, about any sadness you have. And based on how you tell me the story and the points that you make, I promise you I will know how to control you. Promise. I don't do that because that's not my nature. I want to heal people because I hate to see where people, especially my people, are allowing the experiences of life to take away our power. But I'm just showing you how easy it can be. So, and that's just one aspect. That's just one layer. I'm telling you, if you tell me a story, I know how to control you, which means I know what to say next to make you do something I want you to do. Now imagine if I'm talking about spirituality. Imagine if I'm talking about spirituality, because see, people don't realize that God is real. People are out here, they go, God this, God, but they don't really know. They don't have no experience with this energy. This energy don't speak to them in their dreams. They think they know God's real, but they don't know for real. I know. It's a real thing and it moves. So if I'm telling you that, hey, watch your thoughts, watch what you say to yourself, love on yourself. Because I know that if you tell me something and I see the pain in you, I can control you. Now, if we're talking about a spiritual sense, and I say, if you say something to me, I know how to control you. Now I'm talking spiritual. I'm talking about I can move your spirit, man. If you're not addressing your triggers and your traumas, the only people who can stop that is you. You got to be okay with doing something fucked up. You got to start. Wherever you're at is where you start. And that's just how it goes. Okay, maybe in the past you was a YN. Maybe you used to gangbang. That's the past. And that's what the beautiful thing about the energy that animates us. You can repent and change. You can say, I fucked up. I'm not going to do that anymore. Does that keep you away from the energy that you have collected over the years? No. We all have to pay. And you will. Because when you say, dang, I messed up, I want to be something different, the universe goes, come home, baby. Come on home. I love that. Come back to me. I want you. I want to connect with you. Now let's unlearn what we learned that made us a YN. Let's unlearn what we learned that caused us to gangbang. And that is a death. It is destruction. It's going to burn you down so it can build you up. So no, we can't run from the word I was looking for is karma. No, we don't run from that. But the universe always allows you to go, a mistake was made. I don't want to live that life no more. You have to start where you are. You got to take accountability. You got to know that you're worth it. You got to know that you're worth it. You got to know that you're worth it. You don't even understand how worthy you are. You don't even understand what your energy does to the universe. Especially my masculines. I'm talking to the masculines because it's almost like it cried out to me. There's something that's blocking. It's like something's locked up. Something's locked up and it wants to be free. And it wants to be free now because it's time for evolution. And it can't evolve because we're keeping it back. And that's just because society, what's played on, what you're digesting through media, high grocery prices, wives, children, baby mamas, girlfriends, addictions. All these things have to be addressed, but you have to want to address them. And that's another reason why I'm talking to you today. And this is why I want to talk to you too about this maturity, is because the universe is going to have that ass. It's going to have that ass. I know. It's calling out to you. It's saying, I want you. I love you. I need you. I love you. I need you. That's the universe saying, I want you. I love you. I need you. And because you are it. Okay. The God that calls to you is the God that you are. Okay. Remember I said you're part of a whole and also individuals. So when it says it wants you home, you have no choice. Do you think you had a choice? You don't. It's going to get you in this lifetime or the next. And what I've learned too is that when God seeks you and you push against it, it's going to come to you even harder. Yeah. Is your car breaking down? Did your car break down? Did you get it fixed and it broke down again? Did you get it fixed and you got in a car accident? Yeah. Yeah. Did your house flood? When it flooded, you thought you had insurance, but then the insurance fell through? Yeah. We always think things are the devil. No, that'd be God saying, wake up. Wake up. It wants you so irritated that you look for its face. And then as you look for its face, you have to look for your own, which means that you have to face everything that you are, everything that's keeping you back. Because it wants you to be a strong vessel. And it wants you to see what you're capable of, for real. It wants to bring in balance, so it can bring in ease, so it can bring in totality, so it can bring in fulfillment. It's trying to make you honest with yourself. Because as we allow the layers of life to just keep piling on and we're not addressing them, we don't know who we are. Back to the NPC thing. Back to you can be filled up with anything because who are you? Because you don't look. So God will come in and tear all that shit down. You'll start getting, it'll start taking. It's taking because it needs you to see. It needs you to address. Until you're down to into your infant state. And once you're at your infant state, you go, I have nothing left. I have nowhere to go. I have nothing to do. And then you look up and God goes, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Now let me show you what you're made of. Now let me show you what you can do. Now let me show you how important you are. And let me show you how people have been lying to you. You could run this country for real. If there was enough of us who were awake, if there was enough of us who could really see our superpower and trust it, the masculine energy allows you to trust yourself too. That's what's beautiful about masculine energy. When you heal the masculine energy inside yourself, you now trust yourself, which then allows the feminine energy to bloom because she knows she's in a safe environment. That's inside yourself. The feminine energy can bloom because the masculine energy has created trust, and also out in society. Once the masculine energy goes, I can trust myself, then the feminine counterpart, the things you all can create, the things that can be created, the things that can be done, they don't want you to know that. They want us all to put a cap on what we are and what we can become. They want you forever judging yourself. Forever judging yourself. For what? How does that help? It helps nobody but them because they eat your fear. They live off of us. Yeah. The masculine energy to me is also viewed as earthly energy. I'm going to try to explain this the best way that I can. Masculine to me means matter. And of course, we all know matter, atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. Things that are solid. We deny ourselves We neglect it. We neglect it because we don't appreciate it. We don't appreciate it because we have no gratitude for what's already in our lives. We don't wake up in the morning and go, thank God I'm alive. We don't wake up and go, wow, I'm so happy I had dinner. Or wow, I'm so happy I have a job. Or wow, I'm so happy I have a spouse. I'm so happy I have children. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We don't appreciate the solid forms, the solid things that we have, which is masculine energy to me. So we don't appreciate it, right? So we don't partner with it. And we're always looking up to God, say, God, save us. God, why is this so hard? God, why is this so bad? And God's like, hey, have you talked to Earth? Have you talked to your masculine energy? Have you talked to the energy of heaviness? Because masculine energy has to be heavy. It has to be heavy because it has to be able to stick to the earth, stick to the ground. It has to be heavy to maneuver through life. That's its intention. That's what it's designed for. So as we're going through life and we're not having gratitude and we're not appreciating, we deny it, and then we look up to the heavens, the feminine energy or spirituality, and go, why this? Why God? God's like, what have you done with the energy that I've given you? Why don't you appreciate? Why haven't you seen your abilities and what you've already overcome and what you've done? Why haven't you sat down with your masculine energy? Where it's almost like we're denying it. We're disconnecting ourselves from it. And then we look up to heavens and say, save me. And God's looking down going, save yourself. Masculine energy is what saves you. You can't have one without the other. Masculine. I'm sorry, what is this? What's a good example? Let's say your wife is pregnant and she's at home for a while. Your wife is pregnant. She's had the baby, right? This is what I see masculine energy as. If you didn't have that husband that kept going to work, you wouldn't be able to be at home. That's what I'm trying to say. Like they go together. You have to have, if you didn't have that protection and that comfort and that security and that safety of masculine energy, then the feminine energy inside you can't breathe. Ugh. God, I wish I could just like to you how I'm seeing it. Like I wish I could just give it to you through osmosis. The strength of the masculine inside yourself brings the best I can say is security. You trust. Have you ever trusted anything? You just know it's going to be there. It's like, oh my God. It's like, I just came to my mind was that book in the Bible where they were on that boat. And the boat was the water was coming in and there was a storm. And Jesus said, come on out here. That's masculine energy. It's just this trust. Throughout the storm, you know that your grit, what you've learned, who you are, what you've become, that masculine energy that moves through this earthly energy, that matter, can take it on. That energy allows the feminine to flourish. Without it, she can't. Internally, she can't. Externally, she can't. And I'm not saying that to. I'm saying it because it's true. That's all I can say. I'm saying it because it's true. Because feminine energy, though we are beautiful creations, and we are, you don't even know what kind of goddess could be birthed. And I mean physical goddess. I mean talking about moving mountains type of entity could be birthed when you're talking about it being connected to a masculine energy that has found trust in itself. And that's internally and externally. How you build trust in yourself? experiences. That's why God brings you those experiences. That's why God gave you the 2 car accidents and your tire went flat. Because see, there was something about you that you weren't noticing that God needed you to notice. Now you know how to change a tire and to take out an engine. Now you know. That experience gave you strength, grit, knowledge, ability that no one can take from you. They can't rip that from you. It's now in your spirit. And that's why when we fight against our experiences, fight against who we are, fight against, that's why it don't go away. That's why you keep getting it, because there's no running from it, first of all. Because like I said, when God wants you, he wants you. When he calls you home because he's calling himself home. It's calling itself home. It needs you to understand that you are capable and that you are worthy, because it's time for evolution, is what I'm saying. It's time for evolution. And evolution is not what you think it is. When they say evolution, what do they say? The revolution will not be televised. It's because it's inside. You're finna be opened up in ways you never thought you could be opened. If you allow it. If you be kind to yourself and gracious and graceful and patient and seek knowledge and don't deny yourself knowledge and don't deny yourself peace and don't deny yourself opportunities. And not allow other people to deny you either of those things. Then you'll see a whole nother version of yourself. You'll realize that you're actually a king, that you're actually a king, a queen. You'll realize that in a past life that you were something else. You'll realize that in a parallel universe, you're living as that thing right now, and all you have to do is believe it, and you can walk into that timeline. But see, you don't know that right now, because what is she talking about? What is she talking about? Well, I understand that. That's why it takes experience to knock the shit out you, for you to get so raw and vulnerable that then God can talk to you. That's why I'm in this situation now. The shit had to get knocked out of me. Now I have a better understanding. Of purpose, of duty, of connection, of gratitude. Thank y'all for sitting with me. I'm going to definitely try to be on live a lot more. It's kind of different. I appreciate you. And next time.